Yes, people. We are back. Come on, the final whistle presented by Let 'Em Shoot TV. And as a custom on this show, it's that platform where you come to give your takes, stand on business. I am Deny. Government name, come on. Shooter before Let 'Em Shoot began. You know the vibes. I'm here with
Little Goat. Best barber in Sydney. Come on. We're out here. Government name Khalid, as you all know, but yeah, man.
I hear you. Now, today's a special day. First and foremost, I want to congratulate myself. Arsenal just signed Calafiori. Come on. Make some noise, crowd. Make some noise. The best defensive line in the Prem.
Listen.
Loading.
You lot are talking too much.
Loading.
I told you about the deal was done.
I don't believe the deal's done until I see my man holding a shirt up on Arsenal's Instagram.
You guys,
I do not believe it.
Nah, man.
I don't believe it.
It was done long before.
It doesn't matter.
I told you it was done since last week, man.
It doesn't matter, man. I don't believe deals are done until the club announces them. But
it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. That defense is looking dangerous, man. I'm scared.
We're coming. Pause.
You guys, if you guys don't win the league next year, it's a fail. Fam.
Allow it. But today we're not talking about the league. Today we're not talking about club football per se.
Yeah.
Today there's a special topic that I want to discuss. Now, I know you haven't seen this yet because you told me off air. He's told me that he hasn't seen this, right, crowd?
I haven't.
So I want to discuss ESPN's most recent list they've just put out of the top 25 footballers in the 21st century. So from 2000 until 2024. So the last 24 years.
Yeah, but ESPN is American, man. What do these people know about football, man? They've got some next names in there that shouldn't even be there. So that's what I'm saying, man.
Production is giving me a list over here.
That's what I'm saying.
My man hasn't seen this list. He hasn't been on the internet, so I don't know what my man's been doing.
Busy.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this list. I think I'm going to go from 1 to 20 because I think we all know who number one
in the past 20 years.
24 years. From 2000
to 2024.
2024.
Oh, mad.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to read off a name. And we're going to have a little bit of a comment, a little bit of a debate there, see what our thoughts are, and move on to the next one because some will take longer than others, some won't.
Yeah.
But to kick things off, crowd, at number one, and this list, by the way, has list has been consulted or been made by experts at ESPN, experts in football.
They're not experts. Americans. What do Americans know about football, man? They're not experts, man.
Let's just say we're going to preface that. I'm going to preface that.
All right.
At number one is the GOAT himself.
Not the GOAT. But yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Nah.
Lionel Messi.
Second for me.
Second for you, but at number one, unanimously, even though a lot of people think that, he's got a competitor, he's got a companion there. I think it's one and one. It's 1 and 1. It's 1A, 1B. But Lionel Messi, what he's done, winning the World Cup, winning 2 Copa Americas.
That World Cup, I don't even want to get into that, man. Because we'll be here all night. If we talk about just the World Cup itself, we'll be here all night.
We'll let it live. Lionel Messi, number one. Number 2?
Allegedly.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Number 1 for me, therefore.
It's arguable, crowd. I'm a big Ronaldo fan. I'm also a big Messi fan too. I'm a fan of Messi, even though he took steroids. I'm a fan of Messi. For me, it's 1A, 1B. Messi probably has it because he's won the World Cup.
Messi's just favored by FIFA.
No, Messi's a more gifted player. Messi's a more complete player.
But he's more favored by FIFA. FIFA favor Messi through everything.
I only agree with you on that.
He's there like his golden child, golden boy. That's what Messi is to
We'll
FIFA.
let it live. We have to move on from them two because that's not where the controversy starts. Now, at number 3, this is where the controversy starts for me, and I have an issue with this.
Let's go. Let's see.
This is my favorite player of all time. I grew up watching this player. I wore the number 14 shirt because of this player.
Don't tell me it's Henry.
Thierry Henry is number 3.
It can't be.
Thierry Henry is number 3.
Over Zidane.
Thierry Henry is number 3, and I say this
over Zidane.
I'm telling you because I don't agree with this.
Come on.
Since 2000,
I'm telling you, what do they know about
2000? And he retired in 2012, 13, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, crowd. International football was done in 2010. Obviously, he went 20 goals, 20 assists for Arsenal that one season, and I think it's 02-03. He went invincible. Yeah. Should have won the Ballon d'Or when Nedved won the Ballon d'Or. But for France, he never did anything. Let's be honest. Exactly. For France, he never did anything.
It didn't even produce for France.
2002, they got eliminated. 2006, they were dead.
But they did one that we caught with Zidane, though. But he wasn't the main player.
Henry wasn't the guy.
Yeah, he wasn't the main guy. Yeah,
Henry wasn't the guy. Which leads into my next point. You mentioned Zidane.
Zidane's definitely number
4 is Zidane.
Nah, that's rigged. You see what I'm talking about?
No, but I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say this to you.
It's rigged.
Is Zidane really number 4?
Yes.
What he from 2000?
Greatest midfielder of all time.
Yes, but I think you're taking into consideration pre-2000. From 2000 to 2006 is when he played. He had 6 years.
Yeah, but my man was still
2000, he won the Euros. Give him that.
My man was still doing big.
2002.
After 2000.
Did he win the Ballon d'Or? No, he won the Ballon d'Or in the 90s. He won the Ballon d'Or in the 90s.
Yeah.
So in 2000, then he goes to Madrid. The Galacticos kickoff. They fail, really. They fail, really.
They were not
2002, he was injured. He didn't play in the World Cup. I think he played one game in the World Cup.
Yeah.
2004 Euros. Yeah. They didn't do anything.
Nothing, yeah.
Greece won that one there. Then he came out of retirement, obviously 2006, and headbutted Materazzi and carried France to that final.
That's what I'm saying. He carried France.
But is that enough for number 4?
At his age, he was still doing bits at that age. That was right before he retired, and Italy was scared of him. Materazzi had to literally swear on his mum, on Zidane's mum, just to get him sent off.
Hey.
That's how mad this thing is, man. That's how bad of a player
for me, Zidane is one of the best midfielders to ever play football, right? Yes, I 100% agree that. But from 2000 to 2006, to 2006, is he the 4th best player to play the game of football?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
I don't agree with that. I think he's a bit lower down.
How can you know?
Because when I start mentioning other players, you're gonna be like, oh,
he is the no. You can't mention me any player in the last 24 years that could be on top of Zidane as a midfielder. You cannot. You're looking all the time.
No, we're talking about bodies of work here. You're looking at him in his career. And I agree with you.
Even the impact he had after 2000 was massive.
I agree with you. I think that from Zidane's career, hands down, probably top 3 midfielders of all time. Right? Top 3. Top 3. Well, we'll see how we get. We'll see how we go, crowd. Because I want to go to number 5 now. Now, this pisses me off.
Stevie
this is
G.
recency bias.
Stevie G. Come
Luka Modric.
Nah.
Crowd, what?
Actually, I can't.
No. That is Madrid.
Listen, no, you don't understand. It's not Madrid. Who carried Croatia to the World Cup?
They didn't win the World Cup.
They did.
They didn't win the World Cup.
Didn't they?
No. Croatia? What World Cup before Croatia won?
I swear they won the World Cup.
They got to the final and lost. He won the Ballon d'Or that year.
Yeah, that's the year he won the Ballon d'Or.
Doesn't matter. He was never the best player that year either. Lewandowski should have won that Ballon d'Or.
He carried
Modric, wait. Modric is a pause. Modric is a good player. He's won a lot of Champions Leagues.
He is Real Madrid.
He won a lot of Champions Leagues. He carried Croatia to a final. He was Mr. Croatia. Listen. He's so technically gifted. He's an amazing footballer. He controls football. Wait. He controls games, yes. But to name him the 5th best player since the year 2000 to now is ridiculous because there's other midfielders that I believe are a lot better than him. I'm not going to name him just yet, but they play on the other side in the Liga.
No, you have...
There's 2 that played in the other side in La Liga.
Modric to this day. How old is Modric? To this day, he's still doing bits.
There's 2 midfielders.
You can't tell me Modric... You forget he came from Spurs.
It's okay.
He came from Spurs from not winning anything.
It is okay.
To winning everything.
It is okay. But what I'm trying to tell you is there's 2 other midfielders that are hands down better than him in this current era.
I don't know, man.
I can almost, I will almost even say that Zidane is better than him.
Definitely, Zidane's the best for me.
No, actually, you know what? I'm lying. There's 3 other players that played for Barcelona that are better than him in midfield.
Not Xavi.
Or
Iniesta. You can't tell Xavi and Iniesta is better than Modric.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
You cannot.
Wait, crowd.
Right, he's stripping. This guy's stripping.
Crowd, let us know what you think. Is Xavi and Iniesta better than Modric?
Modric. Man's got a Ballon d'Or. Man's 36 right now. Or 30,
is Xavi and Iniesta
still playing football? Iniesta's the same age as Modric and he's playing in Japan or something, man.
It's all right. We have to move on.
Come on,
because the name number 6, the 6th name on this list is Kylian Mbappe.
That's rigged. What's Mbappe done? Won the World Cup.
This
All time?
all time. So
Nah.
he debuted in 15
Yeah.
for Monaco. Yeah. So in 9 years, he's now the 6th best player to play in the last 20 years.
But hasn't
No chance in hell.
Nothing.
ESPN. Oh my days.
That's why I was telling you. These people, they're Americans. They don't know football.
Dude.
They're going off by names.
Kylian Mbappe, yes, he won the World Cup at 18, right? He's won multiple League Uns with PSG.
Farmers League.
He hasn't won the Champions League. He's now going to Madrid, yes. He had one of the greatest individual performances I've ever seen a footballer play in that World Cup final.
Hey,
and
that was
for me,
mad.
he deserves a medal just for that performance, even though they didn't win.
Facts.
He stunk up the Euros this time. Actually, he stunk up the Euros 2 occasions.
2 occasions, yeah, correct.
In 18, he wasn't the star player, though.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't the star player, though. So, is Kylian the 6th best player since the year 2000?
Nah.
Hell no. Hell no.
He wouldn't even get to the top 10 for me.
So now we'll move into number 7. For me, the player that should have been above Modric, Iniesta.
Oh, no.
Pivotal.
You can't put Iniesta on top of Modric. You just can't. Modric to this day, Modric is doing bits.
My guy, Iniesta was pivotal to the greatest team ever to play football.
Yes, I understand.
One of the greatest club teams to ever play football, and one of the greatest runs a country has ever had.
I understand that.
Euros, World Cup, Euros, scored pivotal goals in all tournaments. He was part of probably the best midfield ever constructed.
Yeah, but he's got ballers.
Iniesta
he had ballers
is
at that
elite.
Time.
Iniesta, for me, is probably the number 1 or 2 midfielders to play in the last 24 years.
Nah.
Iniesta,
for me, Modric
my guy.
has more impact on a team.
Modric does. Modric is a great player.
He is Mr. Croatia. He is Mr. Madrid.
Modric is a great player. Don't get me wrong.
Come on, man.
But Iniesta, it's close. We're picking at straws here. But
Yeah, we are.
But Modric is not better than Iniesta. He won a Ballon d'Or, yes. A year that what's his name? Lewandowski should have won that Ballon d'Or. Which moves on to the next number here, right? His partner in crime, Xavi. It's always Xavi and Iniesta. 1A, 1B. For me, they made each other great.
So you're telling me Xavi and Iniesta over Modric?
Yes, I'm standing on. Hey,
you're delusional.
I'm gonna stand on business. This is final take.
You're delusional.
This is final take.
It is final
Xavi
take.
and Iniesta had a better career from the year 2000 to 2004 than Luka Modric. Plain and simple. Yes, Modric has won the Champions League and all this.
Only 4 years they've been on their peak. Modric has been on his peak before joining Madrid. Modric was that guy.
Iniesta is a better player. Iniesta is a better player. Xavi is a better player than Modric. I rate Modric a lot, but Modric is not. He's not in the conversation.
Modric is more complete
than Iniesta.
Yes. As a midfielder, he is more complete.
Is he dumb? Are you honestly?
I'm not. I am standing on business. I'm telling you that Modric is more complete as a midfielder.
Modric has 1 foot.
No, he doesn't.
Outside of the foot, right foot.
He controls the midfield.
No, I'm not saying. Modric. I'm not. You're making me sound like I don't like Modric. I like Luka Modric. He's an amazing player.
I like Iniesta.
He's an amazing player, but
like
there's
Iniesta.
leagues and levels to this, and it's split very closely.
You've got my man.
Okay, I can maybe understand you saying, "Oh, he's better than Xavi," because everyone thinks that Xavi isn't that great, right? And that's a myth. But Iniesta,
Xavi is good.
Nah.
Xavi is good. Don't get me wrong. Xavi is good.
Now, there's a player that we're going to number 9 now. For me, he's the greatest number 9 to ever play football. For me, he's probably the greatest player to ever play football bar injuries. R9, Ronaldo the phenomenon.
See, this is why I told you over Mbappe. Over all these ballers that you just named, you're gonna put bruv, R9 is at least
the thing is
number 3 there for me.
No, that's a whole body of work. You got to remember, this is 2000. Started 2000. See, R9, he won the Ballon d'Or in 2002 when he won the World Cup. He was turned more into the unathletic,
Yeah, because
R9.
he's Brazilian. They love to party. You can't blame them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I am just saying that he probably is where he needs to be for just basing it from the 2000 up.
Nah.
He was at Madrid. He went to AC Milan after. Obviously, he went to play in Brazil. We're not going to count those years. He won the Ballon d'Or in 2002, if I'm not wrong. He won the World Cup in 2002, his redemption after 98. So
yeah,
I can say top 10.
From 2000, I can see what
I can say top 10.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can say top 10. But there's one player that I don't agree with. This player had probably, for me, one of the greatest primes in football. He changed football. He transcended a club. This club is now one of the greatest clubs. Ronaldinho. At number 10.
That's right.
Ronaldinho.
Gaucho, that's my baller right there.
Ronaldinho.
Man. That's my all-time great for me. Personally.
He is one of the greats of football.
Bro, I used to love watching that.
His prime is unmatched.
Oh, it's unmatched.
His prime is unmatched.
It's unmatched.
You got Lionel Messi, you've got Ronaldo. They've done it for years.
And this is why I agree.
But his prime is unmatched.
This is why I agree that Ronaldinho is the greatest Brazilian player ever to play.
R9.
Nah.
Phenomenon.
Ronaldinho at his peak, people used to love watching him.
And he played R9 at his peak, bro.
Yes, Ronaldinho at his peak. This man was destroying. He was destroying midfield.
I'm not arguing with you. He's one of my favorite players. I'm not arguing with you. He transcended. Yes. For me, he transcended football. He made entertained people.
That's what I'm saying. He made the Brazilian dance. You see now when the Brazilians score, they dance. That was Ronaldinho. That was my guy.
He's at number 10. See, but thing is, he had his pick. So 2000, obviously, he moves from PSG to Barcelona.
Barca, yeah.
He's playing with Deco, Ludovic Juli, Samuel Eto'o, Van Bommel, Silvinho, and he dominated. Real Madrid clapped him off.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you have such a performance where your rival fans clap you off?
And you know,
that's when you know you're him.
You know you're him when Messi's looking up to you and he's saying, bruv,
you're him.
You're him.
You're him. But
you know what I'm saying?
For me, he had one of the best primes.
It's crazy.
One of the best primes. Now, let's talk number 11. Now, I like this player. I don't think he should be at number 11. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
I don't know. That's a sticky one for me. I don't.
Zlatan is an amazing footballer.
He's an amazing footballer.
Juventus, Inter, AC, Barcelona. Obviously, went to America, did what he did over there.
But I feel like
amazing career. Manchester United, even. Amazing Ajax.
He's just a moments player, man.
He's not a moments player. PSG. This guy
he's a moment player.
You forget that he was fast. He was physical. He was a goal scorer. This guy was a machine with technique.
But was he doing it?
6'5". I'm not sure if that's his height or not.
Yeah, but was he doing it consistent?
For me, he was consistent.
He wasn't consistent enough for me, man.
If him and Pep didn't get an argument, I feel like he would have. Suarez doesn't go to Barcelona, and what's his name? Ibrahimovic just owns it. That front three.
I don't know. Suarez
is a machine. Don't get me wrong. Suarez is a machine. Don't get me wrong. But
any team will take Suarez on his prime.
Zlatan at 11 for me. There's a big question mark there. Maybe he needs to be a bit lower.
Lower for me. But I would put him top 20.
Let's go to number 12.
I would put him top 20.
Now this is recency bias for me. Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, that's bias.
Number 12.
That is bias. Over the greats of Giggs and all these other
keep going.
Vieira.
Keep going.
Gerrard.
Keep going.
Lampard.
Hey,
bruv.
Apparently, Kevin De Bruyne in the last 20 years, last 24 years, is the 12th greatest player. And obviously, his career spans. He's obviously he had a start at Chelsea. He played in Germany, went to Chelsea. That didn't quite work out for him. Went back to Germany, and then went to Man City. And he's done what Man City. He turned into this amazing player. He's been part of that midfield. Man City have transcended the Premiership. They've won 4 in a row now. Yeah. They've won 6 Premierships, maybe 6 or 7. I lose count now because they're an amazing football club with Pep Guardiola at the helm there. But to be the 12th or the 13th, the 12th best player in the last 20 years.
I do not agree with that one.
I don't agree with that either. I think that's recency bias.
ESPN, you guys need to pattern up, please, man. So I'm coming for you lot, fam. Pause. Pause for that one, but so man.
Let's move on to the number 13, and this player for me is super underrated. when you talk about
So
Modric,
what, you reckon he should be higher?
I don't know if he should be higher, but I think my man, his brilliance is not spoken about or was not spoken about during his career up until most recently. Up until everybody said, look at his body of work. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
Who's that?
Toni Kroos.
Yeah. Toni Kroos, that's him.
For a midfielder?
For a midfielder, that's him.
Complete.
Same thing I would say about Iniesta and Xavi. Toni Kroos is in that debate.
Would you say Modric is a better footballer or should be higher than Kroos?
Yes. I'm standing on business. Modric should definitely be higher than Kroos and Iniesta and Xavi. For me personally, crowd. For me personally.
So you're saying Modric and Kroos are better than Xavi and Iniesta?
On their prime, yes.
Crowd, Modric
On
and
their
Kroos.
prime.
So we're saying Barcelona versus Madrid here.
Yeah, Barcelona
Modric and
versus
Kroos
Madrid.
are better than Xavi and Iniesta.
When you're looking at who had more
On the
impact.
prime.
On their prime. They won 4 Champions League in a row.
Iniesta and
Iniesta
Xavi
couldn't do that.
have a part of the greatest national team to ever play football.
Come on, man.
And part of the greatest club team to ever play football and go on an amazing run. Modric and Kroos are great footballers.
I respect that.
But there is leagues and there is levels to this shit, yeah?
There is.
And there's one league that certain people aren't in. And Iniesta and Xavi are in a different league to Modric and Kroos. Point blank, period.
I don't know,
Stand on business.
I don't know, chat. For me personally,
Crowd, let us know what you think.
Kroos and Modric. Put in your comment below. Would you rather take Kroos or Modric? Or Iniesta and Xavi? Who would you pick?
Answer that question. You're about to get roasted. You're
because
gonna get roasted.
crowd, I'm telling you, in the past 20 years, yeah, they've had bigger impact than Xavi and Iniesta.
You're about to get roasted.
Don't get me wrong, Xavi and Iniesta are great. I would definitely put them up there. They're legends. I would definitely put them up there. But they've only done it for 4 years.
You're about to get roasted.
4 years.
It's not 4 years first and foremost.
Longevity.
It's not 4 years.
We're talking about longevity.
It's not 4 years first and foremost. But let's move on. Because number 14 pisses me off as well. Ramos.
Huh?
At number 14. Sergio Ramos. Now,
don't know.
he's the first defender on this list. So are we saying he's the best defender
All time.
in the last 24 years?
See, sticky.
There's a big
debate because I feel like Rio Ferdinand, for me personally, is one of the greatest I've ever seen.
King Rio.
There's so many, fam.
Name me 3. Give me 3 people that you think are the top 3 defenders in the last 24 years.
Campbell?
Sol Campbell? No, you're drunk. Ramos is better than Sol Campbell, bro.
Put Campbell there.
No. I'm an Arsenal fan, and that's not landing.
There was one Arsenal defender, fam.
No, you're only thinking about Sol Campbell. Then that's wrong. That can't be.
Yeah, but
Ramos is up there.
Ramos is up there, definitely. Ramos is up there. But I feel like Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, even Vidic, I'll definitely put Vidic.
No, you're drunk.
I'm not drunk, fam. Vidic.
Crowd, he can't name 3 other defenders. What about people like, I don't know, Gerard Piqué?
Nah, not over Ramos.
No, I'm not saying over Ramos. I'm just saying if we're going to name the top 3 defenders.
Yeah, I would put him up there. Piqué.
John Terry.
John Terry, I'll put him up there.
Like there's some elite defenders.
But I could see why they put Ramos, but I feel like Rio Ferdinand should definitely be above.
Now, if you think that Rio Ferdinand should be in the conversation, you think Gerard Piqué should be in conversation, you think John Terry should be in conversation, what do you think about Carlos Puyol? Because he's next on the list. He's at number 15.
I don't know. Carlos Puyol is one of those players that
he does not belong on this list. Stop lying.
No, let me tell you. He's like Jamie Carragher. He's there, but he's irrelevant.
No, he does not belong on this list.
He does not. No, I'm saying
he got carried
as a footballer. That's what I'm saying. He got carried as a defender. He shouldn't be there. I'm saying
he should not be
because Jamie Carragher. I could name at least 25.
For me, Jamie Carragher is one of the worst footballers I've ever seen play football.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he's terrible, but he's nowhere near this list.
Yeah, exactly.
He's nowhere near this list.
Puyol should definitely be in it.
Should definitely be in this list.
Not be in.
All right, thank you very much.
Should even be in the top 10 of all time.
I didn't even want to talk about Puyol because that just is
that's stank.
But number 16.
Nah, ESPN, that's stank.
Number 16.
It's horrible.
big money Benz himself, Karim Benzema. Ballon d'Or winner.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Played sidekick to Ronaldo for years when it was his turn to take over.
And my man was clapping him when he was just at the back chilling, clapping him on. He knew that he was gonna be there, fam. He knew like, wait my time. Watch this space. And my man he deliver. He came, he conquered, and he got his Ballon d'Or, man.
Got his Ballon d'Or, and for me, he's probably had one of the greatest Champions League campaigns of all time. When he won. Yeah, I think he scored in every round, if I'm not mistaken. Crowd, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, Karim Benzema for me was he's a complete number 9.
Nah, he's till today.
If he didn't have the drama with the French national team, I don't know what we'd be saying.
Yeah,
obviously, he didn't land internationally because he wasn't able to play the games he needed to play because of the drama that went on off the pitch. And obviously, he was allowed back into the team. What was it? The last Euros? No, it was the World Cup. World Cup. It didn't quite land.
It didn't really play much, did he?
It didn't quite work out that well.
Yeah.
Him and Mbappe blended didn't quite work out that well. But for me, Benzema belongs in this list. He's probably one of the best number 9s I've seen in the last 20 years.
Do you reckon him over Suarez though? Over Rooney?
It's a question to ask, man.
Over Suarez,
because there's a lot of players that haven't been named in this list.
That's what I'm saying. Like over Suarez, over Rooney, over Aguero.
There's a lot of players that haven't been named in this list.
Over Aguero. You put Benzema.
There's a lot of players that haven't been named in this list.
I think that's a bit biased. I think they're just favoring Benzema for this one.
There's a lot of players. All I can say is the
Ballon d'Or. I think it's just it's favoritism for that one.
There's a lot of players that haven't been named in this list.
Personally, I would definitely put Suarez above him. Rooney. You're talking about ballers here. Aguero. These are ballers that know and
over
change
Benzema.
Sport. Over Benzema.
So you've named Suarez.
Yes.
You've named Aguero.
Aguero. The legend himself, Wayne Rooney. Even though I hate United.
All over Benzema?
All over Benzema.
That's an interesting one, crowd, because I want to see where those players end up on this list.
You did not agree with me?
Oh, no, I think that Benzema is elite.
He's elite.
When we talk about strikers, we've seen Henry at 3, right? We've seen R9 at 9. We've seen Zlatan at 11. So it means Zlatan should not be above Benzema or Rooney or Suarez.
Therefore,
right?
Even Aguero, Man City, on his prime, the things that he was doing. People were winning money every week just for putting Aguero to score because he was banging goals weekly by week.
He may be banging goals in, but when we talk about number 17, we're talking about controlling the game, controlling football, controlling the midfield. At number 17, we've got Busquets, who is the third player that I think has had a better 2000 to 2024 than Luka Modric.
No. You see, crowd, now you've lost me, man.
Are we talking about one of the best center, the best, the best center, I would say he's probably the top 3 defensive midfielder of all time.
Busquets.
Yes, name me others.
Bro, I just told you. Modric.
Modric is not a CDM.
CDM? But if you're talking about CDM, yeah, I agree. But if you're talking about midfielder of all time,
Busquets is over Modric any day of the week.
No way. No,
Busquets is a better midfielder than Luka Modric.
Why you've been smoking my guy.
Any day of the week.
I don't know why you've been smoking my guy, but you're high, fam. Live.
Busquets is a better midfielder than Modric.
Nah, man.
He's 100% a better midfielder than Modric.
Busquets just stops midfield from working.
Busquets controls football.
No, he doesn't.
He's unathletic. He's
exactly, that's my point.
Lanky, but he controls the game.
I don't know, man.
He controlled. Before Rodri, you had Busquets.
Nah. Rodri, for me, even Rodri now is better than Busquets. Personally.
There's a reason why Busquets started at CDM and Rodri played centre back when Busquets played for Spain last time. Last tournament. Not this one past, but last tournament.
Yeah, but
there's a reason why.
You can't sit
why.
here and tell me.
Oh no, I can't sit here. I'm gonna stand on business.
You would put Busquets over Modric
in their prime.
1,000%. You've lost it.
1,000%.
You've lost it, my guy.
Busquets.
Yes. Don't get me wrong. I love Busquets. I love what he's done for the position. You know what I mean? he changed people and he changed that center defensive midfielder. But still, you can't sit and tell me that Busquets, that lanky guy, is better than these ballers. I don't know, man. Please, crowd, please. I beg you. This man needs help.
I need help.
He needs help.
I need help.
Because if you're going to sit here and tell me Busquets is better than Modric, Xavi, and Iniesta.
I never said better than Modric, Xavi, and Iniesta. I said he's better than Modric.
What about Xavi and Iniesta?
I think Busquets is probably better than Xavi, and he's probably top 2 in that midfield.
No, he definitely thinks in his head, in his deluded head, that, Busquets, probably to him, Busquets is the best center defensive midfielder of all time.
He's probably top 2 or 3.
So who's top 3 for you personally? Who is top 3 for you in CDM?
I mean, he's probably 1 actually. When I think about it, do
you see what I mean?
You've got.
Do you see what I mean?
But we're talking about CDMs over the year 2000 to now. Everybody else is more box-to-box midfield. Like, Kante's not really a CDM.
No, he's box-to-box.
Makalele, for me, he is a CDM, and they may name the position after him, but he wasn't as silky and as clean, as technically gifted. He was good at hunting the ball down and intercepting passes and all that.
Yeah, true.
But when you talk about Busquets, you talk about a player that can do that part of the game, but also control the game. Barcelona built a system around my man.
No,
when Messi and them
Barcelona's system was all about Messi.
It's all about triangles and stuff. But I'm trying to tell you is that Busquets was an integral part to that Barcelona midfield and that success that they had for so long.
You're always gonna look good in that Barcelona team. You're playing in the family.
Farmers League now.
Yes, because it's only Real Madrid. No, it's only Real Madrid and Barcelona.
So every league's a Farmers League.
No, there's only 3 leagues that are Farmers League.
What about Champions League?
How many you won?
I'm not sure how many Busquets has won, but I know he's won a lot of Champions Leagues.
I don't know. Because
he's won some Champions Leagues. How many Euros has he won? How many World Cups has he won? I'll stop right there.
He's won a lot.
Stop right there.
I don't know, man.
I'll stop right there. Well, we're going to move on to the next player anyway. At number 18 now, this is a striker. For me, he should have won the Ballon d'Or when a certain somebody called Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or. Robert Lewandowski. Number 18. Is he the number 5th striker they got on this list? They've got here Henry. They've got R9. They've got Zlatan. They've got Benzema, and they got Lewandowski. Now, you remember the names that you mentioned earlier that aren't on this list?
Don't get me wrong. Lewandowski should not be in that list as well.
He shouldn't be in this list.
He shouldn't be.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
Not over the names that I've mentioned before.
You got so Rooney's missing. Suarez
is missing.
There's a big player missing from this list. You realize? I don't know if you've clocked. Neymar's not on this list right now.
Neymar, I clocked it straight away. I've clocked it straight away.
Neymar is not on this list.
You see what I mean? They're smoking. I don't even know what ESPN is there, man. So you're telling me, you gotta put Lewandowski and all these men them over Neymar.
Carlos Puyol's on this list, and Neymar's not.
Neymar's not on this list.
Remember, Carlos Puyol's on this list.
So who's number 20?
No, we're at 18 right now.
Bruv, they're smoking. I don't
Carlos
know, man.
Puyol's on this list, and Neymar's not. Zlatan's on this list, and Neymar's not. Kevin De Bruyne is on this list, and Neymar's not. Cruz is on this list.
Okay, you know what I don't understand, right?
Modric is on this list, and Neymar's not.
What do you mean?
Modric is on this list, and Neymar's not.
Modric deserves to be on this list for the past 20 years, but not where he is right now. I would put him top 20.
This Modric conversation can go all day, but at number 19, a Ballon d'Or winner. For me, when he went to AC Milan, he probably had one of the best, not one of the best, he had a him season. One of the greatest AC Milan teams for me ever constructed, obviously. They played a diamond midfield under Carlos Ancelotti, the Don himself, Kaká.
Oh, yeah. But I reckon Mourinho finished that guy at Real Madrid.
His career finished in Madrid.
Mourinho, no, it was not at Real Madrid. It was Mourinho that destroyed him. It's not. Kaká was on his prime when he
never
joined.
went to Madrid.
I know he should have not, but when he joined Madrid, that was Kaká at his prime. But I don't know, the special one, Jose Mourinho, I don't know what he did to my man. I don't even know what happened, but it destroyed him. Killed his career, his confidence. It wasn't even Kaká anymore. So I don't even know.
I'm going to ask you a question here. Kaka's on this list.
Yes, deservedly.
Deservedly.
Yes.
So we're at number 8. We're at number 19. Neymar hasn't been on this list. Suarez hasn't been on this list. Neymar, Suarez, Rooney hasn't been on this list. Gerrard hasn't been on this list. Lampard hasn't been on this list. Andre Pirlo hasn't been on this list. Patrick Vieira hasn't been on this list.
That's a big one there.
Rio Ferdinand hasn't been on this list.
On his prime Vieira.
Who's the best goalkeeper? Probably would say Courtois, Peter Cech. Like, if we're not going to really talk about goalkeepers, I don't really care about goalkeepers.
We don't care, man. Manuel Neuer, who cares?
But there's some players that haven't been on this list, and players like Carlos Puyol have been on this list. Players like...
That's how I know FIFA's...
Zlatan's been on this list.
Rigged,
Recency bias, Kevin De Bruyne has been on this list. Lewandowski's been on this list.
You see, this is just all favoritism, man.
Well, at number 20 is the man himself. Neymar's a number 20 crowd.
Neymar at 20.
Neymar, ESPN has just told me or told us that Neymar is the 20th greatest player since the year 2000 to 2024. Now, let me get my shit off pause. Neymar is probably the most criticized, most scrutinized footballer in recent times. I've never met a player that can be so fantastic, so great, so impactful to a team and get so much hate.
What I don't understand is how...
I'm not done. Yes, he parties. He's a bit Ronaldinho-esque in that regard. But at Barcelona, he was elite.
Yeah, facts.
At PSG, yeah, he played in quote-unquote a farmers league, but he was elite. Neymar on his day is easily the 3rd or the 4th best player. No, I would say Neymar on his day, or even Neymar career-wise, is top 5 greatest footballers of all time. You cannot argue that Neymar is not in the top 5 greatest footballers of all time. And if you disagree with that...
I agree with you.
No, if you disagree with that, you need to go check your mirrors. You need help.
You do.
You honestly need help. Neymar is a generational talent.
Facts.
If there was no Messi and Ronaldo, Neymar is winning the Ballon d'Or every single year.
Correct. If there was no Messi, don't even put Ronaldo there. If there was no Messi, because Messi is just loved by FIFA, he would win it as long as he's playing football. Messi would always win the Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean? But Neymar at 20, oh, you lot are smoking. And I don't know why the Brazilians hate him so much. Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
Brazilians,
he hasn't quite landed for Brazil, obviously.
Yes, but every single Brazil game, this guy plays with his heart on his sleeve.
And I felt sorry for him.
Everything for them.
I think it was the 18 World Cup or 22 World Cup when when Croatia beat him. And he had that amazing game. He scored that goal.
It was the last World Cup, not this one, the one before that. When Croatia beat them, Croatia went to the final and they lost.
Yeah. That World Cup was 18. It was Russia. 18.
Yeah.
18. That game, he put his team on his back. Pause.
Oh, he did.
He did what he needed to do.
He was playing like menace. Going past 3 players, creating chances, scoring goals.
Crowd. At number 20, you got Neymar. Number 19, Kaka. 18, Lewandowski. 17, Busquets. 16, Benzema. 15, Puyol. 14, Ramos. 13, Cruz. 12, Kevin De Bruyne. 11, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 10, Ronaldinho. 9, R9, the phenomenon. 8, Xavi. 7, Iniesta. 6, Mbappe. 5, Modric. 4, Zidane. 3, Henry. 2, Cristiano Ronaldo. And 1, Lionel Messi. That's been ESPN's list of the greatest 20 players since in the 21st century. Notable mentions here that were 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 21, Andre Pirlo, 22, Wayne Rooney, 23, Patrick Vieira, 24, Luis Suarez, and 25, the first goalkeeper on the list, Gigi Buffon. This has been the final whistle. ESPN, that's list absolutely stinks.
It stinks. You guys need to get...
That
I don't want to say it, man.
I'm gone.